Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another CAS video. I hope this video finds you well and you're doing amazing. Welcome back to another Gong Legacy prep video where I set up the world and its characters and lots so that you can come along with me on the world building journey before I get started with the Gong Legacy Let's Play series. Think of this as a making of, I think. If you do not know what I'm talking about, I am planning on starting a new Let's Play featuring a Chinese family that lives in a primarily Asian environment because I am Chinese myself and I really wanted to try to see if I can incorporate more of my culture into my gameplay because as we know the Sims 4 is pretty westernized and you know it's just a little challenge and it might be fun to see how far I can take this, and also it's just nice to see like my own culture in a Sims 4 game, I think. And also I really wanted to, before I dive into the video, to thank you guys so much for the love that you showed me in Reina's CAS video. I was really happy to see that the video was doing really well and everyone was really excited for the Let's Play, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. So without further ado, let me get started talking about the family, shall we? So Reina has a pair of parents and an elder brother, so today we'll be working on the mother first and then the father and then her elder brother, in that order. So I think before I start talking about the names and their characteristics and stuff, I think I should give you like a little overview of how I think Reina grew up. Maybe I don't really have like a solid idea, but both children has moved out of their parents' house. They came from San Myshuno. They've lived in the city for a really long time, so both children have like this very metropolitan citizen kind of like vibe to them. And the parents, they still remain living in a city, and actually I moved them into the apartment that is beside the Feng family, was it? Yeah, I think it was Lily and Victor Feng. I don't really remember the names, but I might be right. So I moved them into the two-story apartment next door, so they're really rich. They have a lot of money. They are still supporting their children, but at the same time they're really happy that their children has already become independent enough to want to move out and start their own lives as well. I like to imagine that both Reina and her brother are in their like mid-20s. I think Reina might be closer to early 20s and her brother might be a couple of years older, maybe I'm gonna say like 25-ish, and Reina is about like 22 maybe. I'm just like guesstimating. It doesn't really matter in the Sims 4, but like for reference purposes, let's just go with those numbers. So that makes the parents somewhere in the ballpark of like their early 50s maybe. So the father is a professor, a tenured professor at a university. I'm not sure which one, but at the university, and I like to think that he's a professor of Chinese literature, or maybe just literature in general. And then the mother is a professional pianist in the entertainment career. She is a famous Sim that is very well loved in the music industry, and she's just really talented with music. So therefore they are rich. They can afford a very expensive apartment in the expensive part of San Myshuno, which is also why Reina and the brother are born with a silver spoon, pretty much. So here is Reina's mother. Reina's mother's name is Gong Qing. Hui and Qing are two separate characters which means different things. Hui has the meaning of intelligence and cleverness, and Qing, the Qing character that I picked out, means love or emotions. So put together, it kind of gives the name a sort of like empathy meaning. It doesn't really mean empathy in Chinese, but I thought Hui Qing sounds good, and it makes her sound like a very empathetic person, which I feel works really well with a musician sim, because if you don't feel your feelings, how do you play good songs? You know, like how do you play good music? She has a very elegant style. She is a proper sim, so I'd like to think that she likes to dress well and with the appropriate etiquette. She will never show too much skin, and she will always dress appropriately. She likes to wear pearls. I feel like Chinese women tend to like to wear a lot of gold, but I just felt like for Hui Qing, I feel like she made a choice and she wanted to wear more pearls, which is also really expensive, and a little lighter on the gold, I think. She's definitely traditional, but I don't think she is traditional with like jewelry and stuff, because they do live in a city, so I think they do have like exposure to other cultures and stuff as well. So, you know, I decided to go for pearls with her. I feel like she might have just realized that gold doesn't really look as good on her, which it really doesn't. I tried to give her gold jewelry, but it just made her look weird. So I really like pearls on her, so I gave her pearls. Okay, now finally moving on to the father. His name is Gong Ren. Ren and Wu again has two different meanings. Ren means humanity, and Wu it kind of means like martial or military. So I was thinking that Ren Wu just kind of gives him a really like warrior like name, but like a warrior that has humanity. It just kind of sounds like a protector, but not really. But I like the name, so I gave him that. Like I said, he is a professor, so I really wanted him to look really professory and scholarly. It has always been the goal to have Reina's dad be smart and a scholar, a professor, so I gave him a pair of glasses for every single outfit, and I think he just looks really good in glasses. I gave him a little bit of a mustache and beard look, and his hair is like kept short and always very neat and combed back. For his outfits, I went for more of a what I think a professor would wear, so like something that's smart, but he's not really that into fashion, but he does dress nice. He has that in him, and also his wife is famous, so you know, he has to be. I imagine that Ren Wu is also quite famous in his field as well, like in the academic field. He's probably quite renowned for his research and stuff, so I think they're just famous people. The traits that he has are romantic, perfectionist, and family oriented. I imagine him to be a very loving father. He really loves his children very much. He's always there for them. He tries his best to provide as much as he can for his children. Oh, and also both Hui Qing and Ren Wu has the successful lineage aspiration, because I feel like if anything, the traditional side of them as Chinese people is that they really want to, like, you know, like have grandchildren and great-grandchildren and have a huge family, because family is happiness. We get a lot of questions about when we're going to get married and when we're going to have children and things like that. That happens a lot in Chinese culture. I know it's not just Chinese culture, but we do get it a lot, so we do want our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren. I think they will be very happy to know that we are playing a legacy, so their wish will definitely come true, I think. Anyways, for the last person in this lineup, we have Gong Ruixiang. Gong Ruixiang is Reina's brother, and I decided to give them both the same character for the first character in their first name. Reina and Ruixiang both has the same character, Rei, which means luck and prosperity. I just changed the second word to something else, and I decided to go for Xiang, and the Xiang that I went for is the one that means soar or fly. So I guess Rei Xiang kind of just means like soaring, prosperity and stuff, which is kind of like prosperity and freedom and luck at the same time. It's a very auspicious name. Rei Xiang has also, like I said, moved out of the house. He's now living in Del Sol Valley. He is a startup entrepreneur. He has always grown up very entrepreneurial. He is in his mid-20s, as I have said, and I think while he was in uni, he has had his fair share of partying and experiencing life before he landed on something that he really wants to do. Like, he is a very driven person, but he just discovered that a little bit later, so I gave him skills like dancing and DJ mixing, because I imagine that he was really into the party scene when he was a lot younger, and then one day he just woke up and decided that he needs to do more with his life, so he decided to start a startup company. I'm not sure what Rei Xiang is working on. I'm imagining like some sort of an application. It's definitely a digital product. He has knowledge in rocket science and robotics, anything that's a little bit more like technical. He knows a little bit about those. He also knows video gaming very well, so he could be working in something that is tech related, and I intend on trying to find a partner for him. I'm not sure if I want him to already have met the partner or I want to develop the story as I go along with Reina's story as well. So we'll see about that. I'm still deciding on that part. So no partner in this CAS series. You'll have to stay tuned for the Let's Play to see if Wei Xiang gets together with a girl or is already together with the girl at the start of the story. For his outfits, I imagine that because of his upbringing, he knows how to dress well, just like Reina, but he also enjoys dressing the way he wants to dress, which is not necessarily the smartest of outfits. He likes to be in sweats, he likes to be comfortable, but not as comfortable as Reina is, because I think Reina really likes to dress in like athleisure when she's like not doing anything or like she's not going anywhere or seeing anybody. But for Wei Xiang, he likes to dress in sweaters and jumpers and comfortable pants, jeans and stuff, but sometimes because of his age and because of like his line of work, he has to meet clients, I imagine, and maybe sometimes he has to meet his relatives and stuff, and that's when he has to dress a little bit better. So he has kind of like two modes of dressing. I feel like I gave him two modes. Like one is a smarter outfit and one is like if he's not meeting like people that are important or like family members that he has to show face for. Face is very important in Chinese culture, so let's just use face because it actually makes sense here. So like if he has to show face, he knows to dress a little bit smarter. But still, that's Wei Xiang over here. I really like him as a character. I think it's very interesting. I definitely do want to leave a lot of his story to the Let's Play as well. He's not our main character, but because he's our brother, I do want to at least develop his story a lot more and make it richer so that, you know, we have a complete story. For his traits, he is outgoing, self-absorbed, and ambitious. Take that information as you will. I think he's a really interesting character. And with that, we are done with making the rest of Reina's family. I hope this makes you guys even more excited for the Let's Play now. The Let's Play is definitely around the corner, so I hope you guys stay tuned. I also hope that you enjoyed watching me make everybody in CAS. It is now time for me to go, so let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Remember to like and subscribe to support my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks guys!